Hello guys, happy new year to you all. As you can see, we are snowed in and my garden is covered in snow, so I'm not able to do much in the garden right now. However, there were things I did before the snow. I just feel I should show you all how the garden was and the process of the things I did before the snow. So you can see here, I'm showing you the pots. All my plants in the pot are covered up. This is a raised bed that I prepared, and it's all covered up in snow. The rest of the garden, I've done bits and pieces here and there, so they are all covered up in snow. The raised bed, I'm particularly going to focus on all the work I did to prepare it before the snow. So here we are. This is how the part of the raised bed was before the snow. So I'm just putting those in place to see how they will fit in. So now the next thing I'm doing here, I'm trying to remove the weed. But before then, you can see I still have some plants that are doing really well despite the cold weather. We've actually had a very miserable weather, summer, autumn, and now the winter months. The weather has been very bad. I still have some marigolds, surprise, that are doing very well there. So I'm trying to, the plan is to remove all the plants first, then I'm going to quickly do the weeding on this particular bed. So after removing all the weeds, then I want to set up the raised bed so that I can put the chards and the marigold and a few plants that are still doing well. I still have kale that are still doing relatively well. This part here was really very therapeutic. I know a lot of people might not like weeding. Whenever I'm close to nature like this, it's really nice. Despite the cold weather, I do feel very energized and breaking in sweat actually. So it's a combination of exercise and being close to nature. As you can see, it's already getting dark. I started doing this at about 2 o'clock. But after a couple of hours in the garden, it was already getting dark. So I'm just using the Dutch hoe to weed the remaining weed, just to get rid of all the other small weed the young or small, tiny weed that are still left behind. So by this stage, I'm using the rake to level the bed and also to remove all the weed. So before I prepare the raised bed, as you can see here, it's getting pretty dark now, but I was determined to finish this part of the job on this day. Right, this is the next day. The yesterday it was just only, even by 3:30 it was already dark. This is the hazard of this winter months as well. You can't really get a lot done, and it can be very demotivating. So sometimes this is part of the reason why it's taking longer to get these videos out as well. Even when I record them, sometimes they're a part of the job you just want to add to the vlog and you are not able to do them in a timely manner. Right, after laying the cardboard here, I think the cardboard are very useful for dual purpose. They help to suppress the weed, and I'm just watering it here. It's very good to water the cardboard. It helps to keep them in place and also to help them to start merging with the soil really. Then after this, I'm putting the raised bed in place now, this metal raised bed. So because I've already kind of gauged how they are going to fit in there. So after putting putting the raised bed in place, there is some pegs that are used that came with them that will help them to be secure, that help to secure them in their places. So this is what I'm doing here now, securing them with those pegs. The circular one, this is the square one. This or the rectangular one had four pegs to secure them down there, one in each of the corners, whereas the circular one had two on each side, and you also have this metal bar across it that help to keep it in place. At this stage, I'm going to, after securing it, the next thing will be to fill up the raised bed. The next stage now, I'm going to fill the base of this raised bed with the stems that I saved from the tree that we cut down from the garden. I will link the video in the description box of where about the history of the tree and how Liz came to help me to get rid of the tree from the garden. So I'm being mindful that this have been my research, and Liz also told me that the pine tree is very acidic. Hence, I'm going to add a lot of that other dead stems from my garden, from the tomato plants. So I've laid the tomato stems and all the other dead plants, dead weeds from my garden on top of the pine now. So after that, now I've just brought bags of compost, but I've decided to put some dry leaves as well. So I've got those dry leaves, not in my garden bed, from anywhere I see dead leaves, I just kind of gather them. Actually, I brought those ones from work. You can't believe it. So yeah, the next, I've put the leaves there, press it down so that they can rest securely. Everything, they are all set down properly. So the next stage now is to pour in the compost, the bags of compost. So yeah, thanks to my daughter and my son-in-law, they helped me to buy lots of bags of compost because I wanted to get this job done before while we are waiting, just to start preparing the garden gradually for the next spring planting season. So yeah, this is really therapeutic, guys. I can't even overstretch it. I can't emphasize it enough. It's very therapeutic to be able to do, and it feel like great exercise as well. It's very satisfying. Right, at this stage, the raised beds are ready, and the plants that I removed from that particular place before, I'm putting them back. The marigold have done so well this year. So also the chard. Chard I found have been very easy plant to grow this year. And actually, those of us that are Nigerians, I think chard kind of more hardy in our Nigerian soups than spinach. Chard is closer to ugu in the soup than spinach, which is a bit softer and more watery. So yeah, the marigold is really nice. Looking at them from my kitchen window, it's really this raised bed. The outcome of this raised bed was really therapeutic and satisfying. If you've watched this video up to this point, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you feel about this beautiful job I did and the outcome of look at the kales. Don't you like them? Look at the kales in the corner there. They are just some winter hardy plants that I never knew could do so well in this cold and miserable weather. So yeah, gardening can still be fun and therapeutic despite the weather. So please don't forget once again to give this video a thumbs up. See the other raised bed, isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful and it's pretty with all the kale there. This they really did so well before the snow set in. So thank you all once again. I'll see you all in my next video.